where the land ends at the far eastern tip of Harker's Island, North Carolina. You have to hop a boat for one final leg.
Well, we got a calm day, huh? It's beautiful.
The journey to Cape Lookout Lighthouse is not a straight one. We zig and zag past Morgan Island and Great Marsh Island.
Very shallow, a lot of shoals. Right.
All the while carefully knifing back and forth between the treacherously shallow shoals of Core Sound.
This one is the first of the new wave back in the mid-1800s, right? The big, tall, double-wall brick lighthouses. This was the first one built, correct?
This one was the first one in North Carolina.
Right.
Our guide today is Park Ranger Wouter Cadle. Wouter carefully picked his way between the shoals and into the dock on the western shore of Cape Lookout. This is, in fact, the oldest brick lighthouse on the North Carolina coast, built in 1859, 11 whole years before its more famous younger brother, Cape Hatteras. And until today, we have only seen this lighthouse from the North Carolina mainland, miles and miles away.
Camera, water, all set.
And just like little kids, the first thing we want to do is get to the top.
You ready? One? Oh.
One.
Oh yeah, all 206 steps worth.
I want to marry a lighthouse keeper and keep him company.
Can we open a window?
I want to marry a lighthouse keeper and live by the side of the sea. I'll polish his lamp.
That's got to be at least 150, right?
That's right. Only 180 to go.
Finally, we poke through a tiny hatch at the top, and here's the payoff. Enjoy this view. The light sits on the thinnest of strips of sand between the Sound to its east and the Atlantic Ocean to its west.
And then, why wasn't the lighthouse built out on the point?
It was a more precarious area to be. You've got all the forces of the Atlantic on both sides of the point.
Right, because it's like
coming
that.
together.
Right.
As of the shooting of this story, the public is not allowed up here for safety reasons. There is currently a joint public-private venture to raise the $2 million needed to make it safe for everyone to come and see this.
You know, when you look at the light from miles away, you know, on land or off in the sea, first of all, you see just a giant black and white structure, and you forget how old it is. You also forget this, that it's made out of normal red bricks. Here it is where some paint scraped away, from the 1850s.
The Cape Lookout Light is the second tallest of the 4 towering brick lighthouses on the Outer Banks.
How high up are we right now?
You're about 150 feet.
But trust me, it's tall enough.
Do you feel creepy? Do you get EBGBs up here?
No, I don't. It's wonderful. On a real windy day, though, when the wind is whipping.
Yeah, you don't come. Why would you come up here? What's wrong with you? Let the Coast Guard come up and change the bulb.
Right.
And as fortune would have it, we landed on the Cape on a rare day. The Coast Guard is in fact in the light cupola, changing the 1,000-watt bulb.
The way you get such an intense light is the bulb actually shines off of this reflector, and then this reflector bounces it off this mirror here.
And with that flick, the Cape Lookout Light is standing guard again, casting its beam 19 miles out to sea. Now right below the light is the lightkeeper's quarters. On the ground, the caretakers who live here, Paul and Patricia McNeil, well, they spend their days answering visitors' questions about the lighthouse.
Where's the beach? I'm serious. That's the most frequently asked. How do I get to the beach?
Here's the thing. You have to walk right past this beach in front of the lightkeeper's house to even ask Paul or Pat that question. But what people are really asking is, where is the other beach?
So from one side of your house, you see the Sound.
Absolutely.
Shackelford Banks, And on the other side of the house, I see the Atlantic Ocean.
Right. And we can actually, on a rough
I mean,
day.
come on, where else can you live like that?
Yeah, the other beach on the Atlantic Ocean. Just a short walk in the other direction from the lighthouse. And here's where you can become a part of the history of this lighthouse.
We came through this area every time, and many times when I came on a visit, there was volunteers there, and I was talking to them, and they would tell me how much fun they were having. So I put our name on the list.
You could be the next Paul and Pat McNeil. That's right. This file is full of people who have signed up to give 2 months of their lives to live in the Lightkeeper's house.
This is it? You have Ricky and Lucy beds.
You notice they pushed together.
Yes, the waiting list is several years long, but your day will come, just as it did for the McNeils. And what a day it is.
We couldn't see anybody, we didn't hear anybody. Looked out our window, we saw a sunset. We come out, went swimming on the Sound, and we saw nobody. It was like we had our own little private paradise out here.
But if you sign up, remember, when you get that call, you only get to live in paradise for 6 weeks. As hard as it is,
We got 1 week left to go, and we're not looking forward to leaving. So,
It's tough, huh?
yeah, it is.
you will have to go back home again. But you can always come back like so many others, enjoying Cape Lookout in the shadow of the oldest of North Carolina's grand lighthouses.